People, wagwan. What is going on, people? What is going on, man? We here. We are here. Good to see you all. Make sure you come in. Come on in. Come on in. Smash that like. Hit that subscribe button. You know, we're going to talk about it, man. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Listen, we are going to have our first ever barbecue. All right. Get ready for that. You know, it's a big day, man, at United. All right. We're going to have our first barbecue at United. So, people, get ready. All right. And we hear reports that United are in a pole position for Liam DELAP. All right. And then there's some reports on Cunha. And what else? Oh, listen, this news that I'm about to read, man, this is so disgraceful. All right. It's so disgraceful. But anyway, people, smash a like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. If you are new, I am Luther. I appreciate you being here. Listen, check this out. You know, like all these teams, right? Because there's a bunch of finals coming up. You know, United taking Tottenham, right? And so the way it would work is like, for example, like Tottenham, I think they have like maybe like 700, backroom stuff, people who work for the team. So what are they doing? I think, I don't know if it's 700. I may be wrong with the number, but basically they're taking all the people who work. They're taking them to the final, right? What does United do? United said, nah, we ain't doing that. All right. The explanation was we ain't gonna do that because we want regular fans like Reed, Richardson, like Austin. Basically United, they're saying that no, we don't want to take the people who work for us, the people who struggled the whole year to come in and support us in the final. We're not gonna do that. Basically, the Sir Jim and Ineos, they don't want to pay for their trip, because what will happen is, to go for that final, you're gonna have to pay for their flights, of course, their hotel, for that one day maybe, and coming back. So United said, no, we're not gonna do that. They're only gonna maybe take obviously the players, and maybe a few staff, coaching stuff, but everybody else, listen, if you want to go, you're on your own, right? Which is crazy. So basically, there were some reports that in that final, United, we could be outnumbered by Tottenham fans, because obviously, as far as the fans, they'll be going. They don't usually go to finals, so they'll be going in droves, right? I know United, we don't disappoint. We're going to show up. But as far as the people who work for these teams, Tottenham, they're going to have the entire backroom staff, a huge number of them there. But United, they didn't want to pay. So what does my manager do? You lead from example. That's what he did. Ruben Amorim has paid for 30 of his Manchester United backroom staff to take their families to next week Europa League final in Bilbao, Spain, after being told by the club that his coaches, physios, and support team would have to pay for their own tickets. What, you think just because you work at United, and you work for the coach, you think you're just gonna get a free ticket? We don't roll like that. We're about trying to build the stadium here. We're trying to make sure that our money is right. It's crazy. According to this report, this is according to Mark Ogden, by the way, ESPN. He's saying United will play Tottenham obviously on the 21st. But however, United hierarchy are continuing with a raft of cost-cutting measures that includes axing over 200 jobs. You cut jobs, but you're still not going to be able to take, the few workers that you left, you're still not going to be able to take them. It's crazy. In contrast, check this out. Champions League finalist Paris Saint-Germain confirmed last week that they would pay for 600 members of the staff to attend their game against Inter Milan. That's what I'm talking about. You pay for all of them, man, because all those people that are there, they've done their job, man, to get you to that point. But this is a disgrace. Big up to Ruben Amorim to say, you know what? Nah, this is not going to work. So Ruben Amorim said, no, I'm going to pay for my own pocket to take my 30 backroom staff and their families to Spain. That's how you do it. Basically showing off these owners. They're saying, what are you doing here? We're supposed to be a family-oriented team and all that. And, you don't do that. Sometimes, it's more important to say, you know what, let's just bite the bullet. All right. So Jim, you're a billionaire, dude. Come on. What are you doing here? All right. Let's see. Let me catch up here on. All right. Reed, what's up? What's up? Good to see you. Austin, what up? What up, man? He says something bad about Manchester United. Yeah, just leave it, man. Leave it. Lane was the. Let's see who else is here. Stephen Fulbright. Okay, Stephen. It's back. Manchester United or like I want. Okay, all right. That's all right. Austin. Okay, Reed in the house. That's what's up. Do you want to be turned out? I guess that's what they're looking for, But yo, Austin, how was your game, man? How is it going? People, hope you're good, man. Hope you're good. But yeah, man, it is United. But of course, another thing what we're gonna do at United is usually, when you win a trophy, you get that open top bus, and then we paint Manchester red like always. But it looks like we're not gonna have that. I don't know how you guys feel about that. We're not gonna have. All right, Reed. Thank you so much. Take care. Good to have you here, man. Appreciate it. People, smash that like button. Hit that subscribe if you've been done so already. All right. Austin said we won 3-1, and second leg we'll play on Friday. That's what's up. Are you guys still in Canada? Oh, you're back. Yeah. So people, that's what it is, right? When we win the trophy, we are not going to have that open top bus, but we're going to have a banging barbecue. All right. So Jim will be on the grill, getting that summer started, making sure that the meats and everything, they're good to go. Yeah, we're in Canada until the 26th. Whoa, man, you guys were there for a long time. That is crazy. How long were you in Canada? Like more than what, 3 weeks? It kind of feels like it was more than but a couple of weeks. Yeah, we've been in Canada for until 26. Okay, yeah. So basically, like so we're not gonna have that that open top bus celebration. I'm not really worried about it. We went last Thursday. Oh, okay. Sabrina Cardozo, Manchester game over versus West Ham. It just started, Sabrina. It just started. All right. It just started. Manchester United, the championship. No, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry to disappoint you. No. All right. But let's see. Spurs have dropped. Yeah, man. Spurs. Yeah, they also lost the game. So Sabrina here usually comes in hot, making sure that she deep down she loves Manchester United. Manchester United 17 degrees. But yeah, people. So that's basically what is going to happen when we win. Not if, when we win. We're not going to have the parade. Now, I kind of agree with that plan because the whole idea season have been terrible. Having a terrible season and then you're parading your trophy around Manchester. Of course, if we did that, it would be the biggest thing ever because Man City, it's a small team, so they don't usually have supporters like us. So it will just be another thing to remind folks that, Manchester is always red, even though we have been crap this season. Fantastic. What up? How you doing? People, make sure you smash that like button. Destroy it. All right, destroy the like button. Let us know what team you support if you're your first time here, and hit that subscribe button. All right, so that's that. And of course, again, uh, good. All right, that's what's up. Fantastic. Another news, right? According to Sky Cave, we should all know Sky Cave, right? You know, the one who talks like, um, from what we hear, Manchester United Football Club are in pole position to sign the one and only Liam DELAP. Fantastic. I'm in the US, man, in the DC area. What about you? Yeah, let us know where you're watching from, people. Yeah, definitely make sure you smash that like. But Austin, the question is, how many goals have you scored so far? You know, because we need goals. All right, we need goals because Man United needs you. All right. And listen, Austin, also another thing, Austin, you got to drop some of your videos on the Discord, man. All right. Austin, are you on the Discord? You got to join the Discord, man. Because on the Discord, it's easier to share stuff. Sam Houston! What up, what up, what up? Good to see you, man. How are you, dude? Hope you are good. Are you getting ready for these games coming up? You know, you're getting. Oh, are you putting some work in the NBA games? Austin, he scored 28 goals in the past 46 games. Nice. Who is better, Messi or CR7? Come on, man. I'm biased over here. I'm a United fan, so you know, I'm always gonna go with my guy CR. Well, that's a hard though. Yeah, CR7 any day. CR7 any day. We have 158 games in the season. That is nice, dude. That is nice. Keep it up. May you score more. All right. You know, when you win that trophy, man, you know, you got to make sure you drop that that image, the picture. All right. Drop the picture in the Discord. I'm going to drop the link here. All right. Join our Discord community. We're trying to build it. All right. If you click it there, it may not work. So you may need to copy it and paste it on your browser to join. You know, that's kind of thing. Tottenham money line easy. Tony, what's going on, man? Good to see you, Tony. You know, Sam. So Sam, basically, you were saying that you're not touching any of these NBA games. You know, it's harder to predict. Oh man, listen, Sam. I'm telling you, man. It is the final. Do not bet on Tottenham. Tottenham, they are not. All right, they are not. Fantastic save, bro. I'm too young to join the Discord. Okay, yeah, that's cool. You know, I think no for well, you know, our community is very clean. We don't have folks that spam it and stuff like that. So I don't think he has a. I don't think I put an age restriction on there. Of course, you have to be at least. I don't know. I don't know. I should look into that, I guess. But that's cool. No pressure. All right. I can enjoy some weird reason. Yeah, Austin, you need to copy that link and drop it in your browser, or Tony will jump on here real quick and assist you whenever he gets a chance. Because we gotta see some of those footage, Austin. All right, you gotta share some of those footage of you banging in those goals. And listen, because if you drop it on the Discord, Squeegee, who's on here on the channel with us, he usually goes to the games in Manchester. He may take that tape and give it to somebody by the gate, in Old Trafford. And then before you know it, the video is sitting in front of Ruben Amorim, and Ruben Amorim goes like, "Wait a minute, who is this kid? Who is this kid?" You can never know, man. You can never know. You can never know. And then you're sitting there doing a big interview, like, "Yeah, man, this dude Luther, man, was like, yo, do it this way and see what happens." Yeah. I appreciate you, Tony. I appreciate you. Uh, all right. Yeah. So, guys, listen. Before some of you guys joined, what we covered is simple. We win the Europa. Listen, forget about that open top bus celebration. We're not gonna have that. All right. That has been done. We done did that already. We're not gonna do that anymore. We're gonna have a whopping barbecue. All right. So Jim himself is gonna be on the grill on the ones and twos. All right. Simple, low key at Carrington. No open top bus. Right? So, and again, we did talk about United. They're not going to pay for the backroom stuff to go to the game. So, what does our boy Ruben Amorim do? He said, you know what? I'm going to pay for 30 folks, my backroom stuff, and their families to go and support us in Spain. He's going to pay from his own pocket. He's basically calling, like, he's embarrassing the owners, right? Because the owners, they choose not to pay for these family members because they're trying to obviously save money, right? Simple as that. They're trying to save money, but again, this is the one time. How often do we get to the finals? Well, we'll do. This is our third one it's like a yearly thing. So I guess they're figuring if we're going to continue paying for these people, it's going to be a lot of money. So let's just cut it now. Oh man, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But yeah, that's our club, man. That's how they'll be rolling. So uh, so I really liked what Ruben Amorim decided to do there. Because I think the FA Cup last year they tried to do the same thing, and Bruno Fernandes was going to pay for some of the staff to go to London for at Wembley, but the owners told him, no, 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 you're gonna be basically you cannot be going against the owners like that. It won't look good, whatever, that kind of thing. Um, Hugh Nadine, what up? Welcome, welcome. Yeah. In other news, of course, we heard that according to Sky Covey from the Sky Sports News, he gave us that it's not really a bomber because it's something that we knew, but he's reporting that Manchester United are in a pole position, like to sign Liam Delap. We knew Liam Delap was the number one target really for Man United, right? Especially with the Wilcox, knowing him from way back then when he was at Man City. So there's a history there. He likes the guy, but again, obviously, I think he's going to be the striker that we sign, which is a disgrace, really. Um, we definitely should be going for someone more with better credentials in front of goal. But it looks like Liam Delap, and Delap apparently said, like, listen, it doesn't matter, because there were some reports that were saying, oh, he will only come to United if we're in the Champions League. Apparently, that is also not very true, but we're going to get his decision, obviously after next week when the league is finally over. Of course, now with him being relegated with Ipswich, it means that $30 million plus release clause is triggered. So in us paying that, it's not going to be an issue. We don't need to sell anybody, but that's basically how it's going to be. Yeah. Hey, Hugh, listen, listen, at this point, they say beggars can be choosers. What can you do? Because right now, the owners, they have the money to get Delap, right? But again, Delap is, to me, Hoyland 2.0. Yeah, he scored a little bit more goals. He played in a worse team than us, but really, how worse was Ipswich compared to us? Yeah, they got relegated. We were right there. He learned to fend for himself, because usually in Ipswich, he had to really kind of work for his goals. So it's just going to be one of those situations where when we sign him, he's really going to have to hit the ground running, right? I don't think he'll be given time to say, oh, you know what, you take your time, to grow into the role. Him coming in, obviously, most likely he's gonna be in front of Hoyland, kind of thing. So it's gonna be one of them situations where obviously once we sign him, we're gonna have to support him. He's our guy, kind of thing. So, but there's also another story talking about, obviously, we see some reports that Arsenal, they are getting closer to signing Gyökeres. Yeah, they're getting closer to signing Gyökeres. But, 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 here's the caveat. Apparently, Gyökeres has told Arsenal like he's not gonna make his final. He's not gonna make any announcement or final decision until next week, right? Now, that next week, it could be that he wants to see if United are gonna make it to the Champions League, right? But the reason that it's until next week is because that's when the Portuguese league ends, and so he doesn't want to really announce anything right now to cause this, to have some friction with the fans and everything like that. So he wants to honor the fans from Sporting until the season is over. Then that's when he's going to announce it, right? So that means there's a maybe 1-2% chance where if we do what we're supposed to do, when we do what we're supposed to do, smash these Tottenham folks, get that foot in the Champions League, then we can go back to dude, say, hey, guess what? We're in. Now, come and sign for the bigger team. All right? Forget about Arsenal. I know you want to go and play for your boy Ruben Amorim again. So come on down. So there's a slight chance. But the way it looks, DELAP all the way. Hugh was saying that he has had somewhat decent performance for Ipswich. Yeah. Dude, just the fact that United were looking at him, and not only United now, it's Chelsea too. The reason that Sky Carver said United are in the pole position is because I think Chelsea approached him as well, and he said no, his preference is United, but he's not going to make any decision until next week, whatever. Right? That's it's one of those. But he from what he hears, Sky Carver from Sky Sports is saying he believes that his heart is set on United. He's very excited to be a United player, that kind of thing. But of course, you're playing for Ipswich, and then you see United coming at you, say, listen, kid, we want you. Of course, you're going to be excited. Come on to play in front of that 75,000 strong, basically living your dream, like to play for one of the biggest clubs in the world. He's definitely excited to join United. So most likely it's going to be him. I'm not really worried. Austin, welcome. Listen, drop those pictures, drop those videos. All right. Show us your skills, son. That's what's up. Welcome, man. Thanks, Tony. You are the man. Austin said Hugh is saying if we get Gyökeres, it's over for all of you. Hugh, remind me again. Arsenal, right? So you listen. You guys get Gyökeres. I mean, it's going to be good. But I think you still need a light winger or something. You still need another piece. But as far as goals, yeah, you'll be sorted, right? You'll be sorted because that is one thing Arteta, deserves to be sacked for not signing a striker. Dude, stockpile defenders instead of getting a striker. So you know what they're doing, Arsenal, right now? They announced Zubimendi because, of course, they were just knocked out from the Champions League, right? So they had to do something to kind of, to deal with folks like Hugh here, to kind of calm them down because they know, their fans are pissed. So what they do ASAP, they announce Zubimendi. They already had Zubimendi in the bag, but they announced it so people are boosted. And now they put reports out there that Gyökeres deal is close, man. So yeah, listen, you better not. You guys need to be supporting in that Man United Tottenham game, Hugh. You better be supporting Tottenham, man, because we win, which we are going to. Gyökeres is coming to United, man. We're gonna have the money, and it's what Arsenal apparently they're gonna be paying like 60 million. It's so strange now. All these players is 60 million, 60 million, 60 million, right? So, and apparently his salary. This is I'm getting this from Mark Gorbridge's channel. He was saying that his salary that he's going to be getting, I wanted to double check it, but it's going to be somewhere around 250K a week, right? And that is something we can handle with no problem, right? Yes, we're trying to cut down our salary cap, whatever, right? But we're already playing Bruno over 300, close to 300. So bring in a player like Gyökeres who can bag you 30 plus goals for 250 plus a week. Not a big deal, right? So we shall see. We shall see. Yeah, so it's gonna be a battle, man. It's gonna be a battle. So next week is gonna be very interesting. And Tony, yes, man, I saw Frimpong to Liverpool. Oh, golly. Ah, I saw that today, man. I got sad, dude. I was like, come on. Come on. Oh, your camera broke? Hey, dude, hey, listen. Just your cell phone, whatever you're using, man. Just your cell phone. Right. No pressure, though. No pressure. But yeah, man, I saw Frimpong to Liverpool. First of all, oh my God. Frimpong was available out there for maybe like 30 something million, and United, we were not even linked with him. I mean, there were some talks, but the talk of a right wing back has kind of died down. I think these folks here, Ineos, they're thinking like, you know what? Whatever money we have, let's try to focus on maybe boosting the front line. So we may not even get a midfielder. I don't know. But maybe they're going to focus mostly on the front line. Okay, you're going to throw 30 million for DELAP, and then you're going to pull that 60 whatever for Cunha, because Cunha is another one that Cunha was approached by Arsenal. Cunha told Arsenal, forget about it. I want United. There you go. In your face, Arsenal. Right? So Cunha, this is reports from Brazil now. Brazil, they're saying that Cunha was approached by Arsenal, but he turned them down. He said, listen, I'm locked in. I'm United all the way. That is all I can dream about. You see my bags? They're right there by the door. The ticket is already, done. I'm just waiting for the green light. I'm on the plane to Old Trafford. That's what he's going to do. So those two, to me, they kind of sealed. Yeah, we're going to get that. But I also saw another report that we're looking at Semenyo. I don't know where all this money is going to come from, but of course, when we win the Champions League, there you go. I answered my own question, right? So Semenyo, it's going to be nice, And then you have Ahmad to get in the attacking. Yeah, it's going to be nice. I just can't wait to see. That's what's up. Hugh, we just signed. Yeah, I know, Hugh. That's what I'm saying. You guys just signed Zubimendi. We saw that. Here we go. So you guys are cooking, and you see what you guys did there, right, Arsenal? Because you were pissed off by being knocked out of the Champions League, they gave you the Zubimendi. You know what United is gonna do? The Spin City. We're the king of spinning. I'm telling you, we do not win that game next week against Tottenham. I bet you the next day, Cunha, here we go to Manchester United. That's what they're going to do. Spin, spin, spin. Because people will be pissed. All right? So we're going to get that. And then before you know it, a couple of days later, you see DELAP coming to the door. So that's how they'll kind of calm us down. Right? Which is crazy. AKS 97. Rodrigo to leave Madrid. Yes, I saw that too, man. Oh my gosh. Dude, come on, kid. Like, I saw it, but we're not linked with him. We're not linked with him, man. Apparently, Rodrigo, he feels that he's kind of, playing second fiddle or third fiddle, whatever, because of, the three of them, Mbappe, Jude, and Vinny. So he feels like, I need to go somewhere and, get my starting role. I don't blame him, though. I don't blame him. But that's crazy. AKS is saying, good night, folks. Love is in the house. That's what's up. Fantastic. Good night, sir. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. All right. Yes, I can't wait to see. They go. Arsenal. We just sent a minute so that Rodrigo, yeah. Uh, stuff you gonna jinx us. No. I'm not. No, ain't gonna happen, man. Uh, Sup, Raymond? Raymond, what up? They need Henri, Beckham, Vieira, Campbell, and crew. Otherwise, they ain't winning jack squat. Gunners are bottle jobs. Dude, they own the bottling company. You know, they own that company. So, yeah. But honestly, man, jokes aside, they sign Jokeres. You know, it's gonna be peak. And with Liverpool, honestly, Liverpool, they don't play with wingbacks. So why sign Frimpong? Leave Frimpong out there for us, man. Whenever we find some money somewhere, we can go and get him. But yeah, I'm jealous about that though. For these Scousers getting Frimpong, because Frimpong is an 100% ideal player for Ruben Amorim. We would do with the talent of, yeah, Rodrigo and the age and everything, perfect. You know, he's perfect. Would hate to see him join City or Liverpool. I know, dude, because you know that's the kind of thing City would do, right? Yeah, that's the kind of City would do. I don't know if you Liverpool, yeah. Again, Liverpool. Well, if Liverpool get rid of Nunez, but he's not a central striker. So what do? You put Mo play in the middle? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I thought Rodrigo was a part of those boys. Yeah, man, yeah. But now he's feeling like, you know what? It's time for me to go. He's on the right. Vinny left. Jude, Cam, and Mbappe. Yeah, yeah. But Salah signed a new contract, right? So Salah ain't going nowhere, man. Salah is the king over there. In years to come. But again, then he will be doing the same thing, leaving Madrid because he's feeling that he's not really getting chances to go to Liverpool and not getting chances. Anywhere that he goes now, he's gonna need to some assurances like, dude, you come here, you're starting. Like United, for example. All right. You come to United, you're starting. You know, week in, week out kind of thing. So yeah, it's one of them things. But yeah, man, there's a lot of these stories out there going on right now. It's mad. It's mad. Dude, do you know like our manager did another interview today? I mean, yesterday, whatever, whenever they released it. Do you know how many interviews Ruben Amorim has done since joining Manchester United? Guys, this is mad. Since joining Manchester United, Ruben Amorim has done a staggering 491 interviews and counting. Yeah, close to 500. Yeah. 296 interviews for 25 Premier League games, 150 interviews for 10 plus Europa League games, 45 interviews for 4 domestic cups. So basically, the deal sold to broadcasters by the league entitles them to interview every manager for 15 minutes before every game. And Amorim gets more airtime simply because he is a head coach of the biggest club in the country. Broadcasters take up their full contractual rights with United, but don't with some other smaller clubs. And then push the interview more heavily on social media because it gets more clicks. To best outline this schedule, Amorim is also mandated to do 7 interviews after every league game with rights holding broadcasters. Madness. This is according to Chris Wheeler. It's being reported by them. This is crazy. And dude, when he came, Ruben Amorim said, "Yo, one thing I noticed that is different from Sporting. There's a lot of interviews. This is that is way too much interviews, especially for a team that is not performing. I mean, yo, no wonder the dude is pissed off over here. We can't replace Bernardo at City too. Oh yeah. But Bernardo, I think Bernardo is still going to stay. I think he's still in the contract. But of course, part of the team. But we'll love him to replace the goat. Oh yeah, man. Yes. I mean, but how much? I wonder if I didn't even see some the figures like how much he would go for, kind of thing. Uh, but uh, but that is crazy. Let me throw this thing on the Discord, man. I mean, this thing is madness. I've dropped it on the Discord, man. You can see how many interviews your manager does. It's crazy. Uh, latest transfer news: Erling Haaland to leave Man City as Galatasaray eyes Sancho deal. Latest transfer news: Erling Haaland. No, he's not leaving, man. But I saw that Sancho news, man. I love that news. Go over there because really, Sancho is not really a Mourinho type of player, right? But it looks like Mourinho wants him, and of course, right now Mourinho goes like, "Listen, man. Compared to anything I have right now, Sancho is right up there. So hey, bring him on." So maybe Mourinho is about to do us a solid, to take him off our hands because Chelsea, they're bringing him back. Chelsea, they're gonna pay that 5 million, take him back. So, so we may see Sancho a little bit in preseason, right? Um, Matthias, what up? Good to see you, bro. Did you see Anthony? He is on fire now, dude. Dude. Over here, Anthony is the goat. He's the goat, and let him cook, man. Let him cook because he is doing it right. All right, he went out there. He's doing his job with a smile. He's not saying anything negative about the club. He loves the club. Yeah, man. So when the time comes, United have already said they're not going to entertain any talk of another loan or none of that stuff. We ain't going to do that. We need moolah. Show me the money. Transfer window is growing ever closer. The horizon for many of the biggest players. Yep. There you go. Austin, the news reporter, working tirelessly behind the scenes. Now, Haaland actually wants to leave. Dude, Haaland, if he leaves, I think the only destination will be where? Is it Barca? If he leaves, maybe Barca. That way it can be that Haaland Mbappe battle, So I think that's where he could end up. But again, well, he could leave also if the 115 charges stick. He could, but at this point, Pep Guardiola is staying. He ain't going nowhere. According to Fabrizio Romano, Manchester United are in very positive talks with Matthias Cunha. Manchester United are discussing details of the agreement with the player, and then they'll meet Wolves to find the solution on the payment structure and the release clause. So I think this will change very quickly next week once we have this solution on the Europa League situation. Matthias saying, did you see Carlo is the new manager of the Seleção? Come on, man. Here we go. Yeah. Matthias, you're happy with that? Dude, I think he's gonna deliver. It's gonna deliver another World Cup, man. What do you think? And did you see that he's bringing back our main man Casemiro, could be coming back to the Brazil national team, man. He wants Don Carlo wants more experience in that team. Some experienced heads. And listen, you can never go wrong with the Casemiro coming back to that team. And other news, in case you guys missed it, Ruben Amorim paid for 30 of his Manchester United backroom staff to take their families to the next week's Europa League final in Bilbao, after being told by the club that his coaches, physios, and support team would have to pay for their own tickets. Gangster. Talk about low morale at work. Imagine that. You're already having a bad season, and your owners, who are billionaires, they say, you know what? We pay you, right? Yeah. How much do we pay you? Yeah. You pay for your own family to get to that game. That kind of thing. Spurs versus Manchester United, 4-3. Bruno scores a hat-trick. Then Garnacho scores the fourth. That'll be crazy. Anything is possible, man. Christopher Vivell will oversee a lot of United's transfer activities alongside Jason Wilcox. Vivell will now oversee the scouting operations at Manchester United. Vivell has been instrumental in all these young players that we've been signing. It's all Vivell, man. So again, the bigger picture for Ineos is to build for the future, right? That's why they're bringing in a lot of these young players. But again, that is well and good, but we still need to win now, kind of thing. We need to be scoring these goals now. Ruben Amorim needs a Gyökeres type of striker, right? Or if it's not a Gyökeres, fine. We're not going to complain. Osimhen, seriously, we will not complain. All right, show some ambition. We want to bring in the young, but if Gyökeres is gone, fine, get Osimhen. He's out there, ready to go. But what if they made a league splitting half Europa and half Champions League? Well, let's see. It's interesting, that idea. They use the way it used to work is, I think last year's Champions League, it was the teams that I think finished second in the Champions League, they'll drop to Europa. So it made the competition very tough. And if that was the case again this time around, United, Tottenham will not be anywhere around there. So yeah. Matthias is saying that said, go Arsenal. Nice. Listen, man. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, Eclipse, what's going on, Luther? I'm in the funky mood currently. That's what's up, man. Bring it on, man. Good to see you. People, smash a like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And guys, if you're new, I am Luther. This is Man United Central. Smash that like. So Eclipse, you're in the funky mood. What's going on, man? Alex Garcia. What up, Alex? Welcome. People, smash that like. All right, let's see what else is going on at United, man. Joshua Zirkzee is doing light intensity training on the grass. A return before the end of the season is deemed unlikely, but he is working super hard to make the Europa League final. The plan for the Dutchman was to return for preseason, right? So, will it happen? At this point, don't rush it, man. Don't rush it. Paul Brady. Trent deserves to be booed. Okay, Paul, that's how you're coming. Listen, Paul. First of all, let us know what team you support. Smash a like. Hit the subscribe button. Good to see you, Paul. All right. Hey, listen. we don't care much about Scousers here, but I mean, the kid has done everything, man. He has done everything. Let him go out there and earn his P's. Because honestly, to me, I would say Liverpool messed up. The ownership for Liverpool messed up. It was up to them to lock him down early. Don't let him run his contract down. But they didn't. As Scout says, as Liverpool people from Liverpool, Liverpool supporters, basically, they're called Scousers. Isn't Alex Garcia a player for Bayer Leverkusen? Yeah, there's a Alex Garcia in there. A name I didn't hear talk about, but saw a link is Benjamin Sheshko. Yeah. Benjamin Sheshko, that's another one. But again, Benjamin Sheshko is not gonna give us 20 plus goals. I don't know. I don't trust Benjamin Sheshko. I don't trust him. But again, I don't see if the DELAP deal fails. For example, if DELAP comes last minute and say, you know what, I want to go to Chelsea. All right. And then Gyökeres has gone to Arsenal. And then Osimhen over here is playing hard to get or whatever. Then, yeah, we're definitely going to look at they're going to look at what's that? They're going to look at Sheshko. Let's see. The name I didn't. Yeah. Okay. About him. Yeah. That lineup right there. It is Gyökeres, Osimhen, then DELAP. All right. But in Manchester United's eyes, it is DELAP because the cheaper route. And then Osimhen. Gyökeres. You know, maybe when we win the Europa League, then we may change. We may flip that. Say, you know what, Gyökeres, you come on down. Bro, someone has. But there's who's getting banned? No one banning no one around here, man. At least no. Yeah, no. Yeah, no one is getting banned. But yeah, man. I'm glad to see that Xerxes, he's trying hard because again, most of these players, man. Whenever you have a big game coming up, you want to help your team. You try to get yourself fit, right? You try to get yourself fit. So I hope it works out. But I would say, dude, listen, don't force it, man, because then you come back early, you force things, and then you get to be out the whole season. We don't want that. Let's see. I did around what DELAP is it? I think there's a few. Liam DELAP, Eclipse, Liam DELAP of Ipswich, who are now relegated. So he is the guy that Manchester United are apparently in a pole position, according to Sky Sports Carve. He's saying that he looks like he will be heading to United. Apparently, DELAP is very excited. Of course, United is coming out to get you. You're going to be excited for sure. Trent is sneaky. Well, yeah, the way he did it, I mean, the ownership should have gone harder, man, to try to sign him. But again, he has given everything for the club, man. Let him go out there and it's Madrid. It's one of those things, dude. United, we've been there, done that. We went through it with Ronaldo, we went through it with Beckham. All right, Van Nistelrooy. So yeah, but of course you would say maybe Van Nistelrooy is not a Mancunian. Beckham was, same thing as Ronaldo. We got him when he was nothing. We turned him into a superstar, and then he went to Madrid. So we've kind of gone through that. But I know it's painful for a lot of Liverpool fans to see him going, especially for free. And that is the big thing. Is some of them, they say, at least he should have done something where the team will get some money, right? But it's not really, it's up to the ownership. They should have seen, hey, man, listen, this kid is up to something. Let's keep on throwing money at him and see if we can sign him. All right. So yeah, it's called being jealous. What are you doing right now? It's called being jealous. Yeah. Um, it's better not saying. Eclipse, if there are any Barca fans, I'm sorry. Gonna take it quickly. Origi. uh, He was saying Liverpool don't deserve a guard of honor. They got lucky. Next season will uh, back bigger and better. Listen, Arsenal, I know how you felt, man. I think that guard of honor pissed you guys off. That's why you fought back to get that 2-2 draw. Because, after having the week you guys had, getting knocked out and all, and then you have to give Liverpool a guard of honor. Oh my gosh. Talk about, rubbing salt on open wound and stuff. It's terrible. Yeah. But again, Arsenal, you don't like winning trophies, you know. So it's going to be tough for next season because United, we're going to be stronger. Our players, they're not going to be this crapola. Our players are going to be better. All right. We're going to sign better players. Ruben Amorim is going to be backed. All right. And, we're going to work on finishing higher than 15. Right. That's what we're going to do. Higher than 15. I'm not going to say top 4 or anything like that now. Higher than 15. That's what we're going to do. So you better watch out. All right. What happened against West Ham? Hugh, don't worry about that. Our minds were in the final, dude. Mind in the final. So we didn't care much about that game. Yeah. Arsenal are allergic to trophies. I know. Right? All we need is a proper striker. Dude, that's yeah. I've been saying it. You have been saying it. But the main man who's supposed to be signing these players didn't think so. Dude, you guys are in the Champions League, I don't know, quarterfinals, semifinals. You need a goal. He brings on a defender. Come on. Arteta is not serious. But Arteta deserves a lifetime contract, though. I'm telling you, Arteta deserves a lifetime contract. So you guys lock him down, give him a lifetime contract, and it's happy days. Paul Brady saying Arsenal haven't won the league in 21 years and fans jealous of Liverpool. Hey, what can you do? But not only a league, when was the last time they won actual trophy? Silverware. Was it what, Carabao Cup or something? It's been a minute. Yeah. Let's see what else is going on. Of course, Sky Cave saying Liam DELAP to Manchester United, very close. We're going to be getting these reports it's going to be now boring. It's very close. It's very, very, very close. Talks are in advanced position. Decision any moment now. It's going to be one of them. Christian Eriksen could return to Ajax once he leaves Manchester United in the summer. He wants to go to a club that would give him pathway into coaching. All right. That's what's up, Eriksen. Good for you, man. Interesting. I don't know, guys, how you like this. This is according to Sky Sports again. Manchester United are keeping an eye on Callum Hudson-Odoi from Nottingham Forest. They're keeping an eye on the situation. The current deal is coming up next summer. So he has like 1 year to go. I don't know, man. Callum Hudson-Odoi? Really? Eclipse, he said, I hope we can snap up Frimpong. Dude, man, Frimpong is going to Liverpool, man. I'm blown. Frimpong would have been a perfect Ruben Amorim signing. But this Liverpool, they're gonna get him, man. I don't know. First of all, I don't know how what is it? Arnie Slot is gonna use him. They don't play with the wingbacks unless he's trying to change the system for next season, which is going to be interesting because right now he was able to. He didn't tweak much. He was mostly that team is mostly Klopp's team. The style of play wasn't. He tweaked it a little bit, but nothing too crazy. So maybe next season he's going to try to implement his own style. Will it work or would it backfire? I don't know. It's going to be interesting. So we shall see. Keep on tweaking it, Slot. You know, because sometimes whenever these managers come in, they don't want to change much, or they try to change. It didn't work. He's stuck with Klopp's playing style, and he got him the trophy. So maybe next season he's saying, okay, next season we're gonna go for it. Yeah, shall see. We don't need the Prem if we are in the Champions League, man. Austin, the Prem is the creme de la creme kind of thing. You want the Prem. Number one priority is the Prem, man. Champions League is tough to get, but you want to secure the Prem title, man. Number one priority. Get back and win the Prem. Ten Hag has more trophies than Arteta. 100%. Imagine. Ten Hag came, won, and bounced. Still, Arteta is still searching for trophies. Oh, man. Salah deserves it, though. Yeah. I like Salah. He's a good player. Eclipse, he maybe could put him as a right back or like maybe right mid. That again, Frimpong he's a wing back. And in a back four, he doesn't fit very well. So it's interesting. Maybe the formation would have to rearrange. I think if they sign him, definitely they're going to try to rearrange something. Arteta is the team version of Ten Hag. Oh, man. AKS, you are a funny dude, man. Funny dude. I like that. I like that. Let's see. We see Amad Diallo was pictured at a Sunderland game. That's what's up. Out there enjoying taking that R&R before getting back into action. Again, Fabrizio Romano, another report. Man United are very in positive talks for Cunha. It could happen any moment. We can get that. Here we go. Come on, man. Enough for that. Enough with that. Let's see what else we got going on. I haven't heard anything about the Shirky. There was some talks earlier, like United could be looking at Shirky. So interesting. Cristiano Ronaldo's eldest son, Cristiano Ronaldo Jr., made his debut for Portugal under 15s on Tuesday in a 4-1 win against Japan. With Portugal leading 3-0 thanks to a hat-trick from Braga's Rafael Cabral, Ronaldo Jr. came on in the 54th minute of the encounter. Nice. What situation on Hodoi? Dude, we're going to go into this monitoring FC kind of thing. We're going to be monitoring a lot of these players to see, because next summer his contract ends. So, meaning that most of these teams, like Nottingham Forest, right? The deal is either you give him a new contract because you don't want to lose him for free, like Liverpool, or like even United. Like we're going to be losing Lindelof, of course, he's been here way too long. We are losing Christian Eriksen because obviously we were not going to give him a new contract, so they run their contract down, right? So the situation with him is that either you give him a new contract or he can talk to other teams now where Nottingham Forest may say, you know what, let's take the money now in this summer, and Hudson-Odoi would go. And yeah. So basically that's the monitoring. Maybe they're trying to see how much they'll be looking to Nottingham Forest is trying to, offload him or something like that. So we shall see. We shall see. See what else. What? This is crazy. I wonder if this is according to Mail Sport, Taiwo Awoni has been placed in an induced coma and is receiving intensive care following an urgent surgery. Yeah, man. Thoughts with him and his family. Whoa. I just saw this. This is no good. I wonder what happened. Maybe they found something they had to operate ASAP. Dang. In other news, this is another one that was pretty crazy, not related to Man United. Florian Wirtz remains Manchester City's top midfield target this summer. Wirtz's parents took a short meeting in Manchester today with City officials as they assess options. Dude, Wirtz, I knew he was going guaranteed. Florian Wirtz, I thought he was going to go to Bayern, but City, here they come. Rasta, what up, what up, what up? Hope you're good, man. Hope you're good. Rasta is in the house. Rasta, are you ready for that barbecue, man? All right. That's forget, you're not gonna have that. You're not gonna have that open top bus celebration. All right. Nah, they could keep the barbecue. Basically, what you're saying is, next week, win the thing and let's go home. But I kind of like the idea that, listen, we have had a terrible season. Oh, they also got rid of the end of the year award ceremonies. Usually they'll award player of the year and all this stuff. They would have like a big party for the players. Yeah. So Jim was like, cut that. Nah, we ain't having that. So yeah, what Ineos is doing to my club is a disgrace. Dude, first of all, they said, Rasta, I know you are backroom staff for Ruben Amorim. If you want to go to that game, we're paying you, right? Yeah, buy on the ticket. All right, we're not paying for you. Big up to Ruben Amorim, though. Ruben Amorim paid for 30, basically 30 people, his backroom staff and their families, to be able to fly to Spain and enjoy the game. Because, the Ineos, they said, nah, we ain't going to do that. Whereas PSG, they're taking like almost like 600. Tottenham, they're taking pretty much all of them. I don't know, it's 300 plus to the game. So it's one of them things, man. It's just crazy. All right. People, make sure you smash that like. Guys, make sure you follow my brother Rasta on his channel. And guys, if you have your channel, you want to shout it out, go ahead and shout it out, man. So let's see. Oh, this was interesting. Manchester City, I saw this the other day too. Manchester City was 7th in December. By January, they spent 200 million on new signings and are currently in top 4. Now, they're already going for both Wirtz and Reinders. Meanwhile, Man United hired a new manager in November and only backed him with Dogu, failing to replace Rashford and Anthony when we desperately needed attacking reinforcements. A small dip in form, and Man City are going all out for Pep, while Amorim is having to publicly tell the club that we have to go strong this summer or he will walk. So, yes, Man City are corrupt. supposedly, that's what we cannot say it's not a fact. All right. Supposedly, there's a word I'm looking for is that way not you don't get yourself in trouble. From what we see from these reports they're not necessarily correct, that Man City are corrupt, but we can't deny the fact that they have very high ambition owners, unlike our club. Yeah, this is according to United Faithfuls on X. Facts right there. Just show you how well we're falling from grace. Yeah, man. Dude, we're talking about aiming for top 6 next season. It's crazy. Just finished doing okay. And I'm telling you, if the ownership don't back him this summer, I could see him walking. Yeah, dude, me too. I could see him walking 100%. 100% I can see him walking. Because, why would he stay? It's useless because he has seen how it is. And I'm glad now he came in the middle of the season because he actually got time to really get himself in the trenches to see how rotten our team is, our club is. Because had he come in the summer, then he would not have time to learn all this, to see how bad it is. So it's one of them things. I'm going to do a backflip off my desk. I can't stand it anymore. Eriksen is the most overrated player, in my opinion. Hey, listen, Eriksen, like 5-6 years back, he would have done a job for us. He's still got a few skills here and there. But anywho, people, you guys are legends. It's been an hour. Thank you so much for hanging with your boy. I appreciate you supporting the channel. I appreciate you smashing those like buttons and hitting the subscribe. Thank you, people. Take care of yourself. Stay blessed. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching. See you guys. Bye-bye.